We're here with Dr. Derrell Peel, our livestock marketing specialist. So Derrell, feeder cattle prices have continued to move higher in the past month. Is this just a seasonal trend, or can we expect this to keep continuing to rise?
You know, it's probably a little bit of both. It depends a little bit on which class of cattle you look at. For the calves, they normally are going up this time of the year seasonally, and that would be in a market that's not trending. But we've had such a strong uptrend in this market for many months now. I think most of what we're seeing is probably that trend continuing. And if you look at the bigger feeder cattle, it's even more obvious because they're normally actually declining to their seasonal low through the first quarter of the year, and they've been going up as well. They've been recovering from a correction last fall. So I think across the board you can say that it's probably mostly the trend, and that means that the seasonal patterns will be more or less offset by this uptrending market.
So what are we looking at for the cow-calf industry in 2024?
You know, the cow-calf industry is in the driver's seat right now. The market is focused on trying to provide incentives to rebuild the cow herd, and so these calf prices keep going up. They're going up the farthest and fastest, and so you know, cow-calf producers have an opportunity for basically record level profitability in 2024. Now, obviously, we still have to manage cost and some other things, so it's not completely a given, but the market is certainly providing more opportunities for those cow-calf producers.
Yeah. So what about Stalker and Feedlot operations?
You know, everybody above the cow-calf level is a margin operation. So they're buying something and then selling it at a higher level in the market. So whether you're a stocker producer or a feedlot producer or even on up the chain, all of these margin operations are getting squeezed because all of the price pressure is coming from the bottom up. So we're going to see, you know, more challenges for stocker producers, for feedlot producers in general, and even packers and retailers as we go forward with these margin squeezes going on. They will eventually see their output price go up as well, but it's with a delay and usually not quite as much proportionally.
So it's going to look good for producers, but how does it look for the consumers?
Well, you know, for consumers, you know, all of this goes to the top, right? And so consumers with declining beef production and with these higher trending prices up through the cattle industry and the beef industry, consumers are going to continue to see high prices. They'll probably move even higher. But again, you know, obviously there'll be some resistance to higher prices, so they won't move as much at that level. But I don't think consumers are going to get a real break on beef prices anytime soon.
Okay, well, thanks for updating us this week, Derrell. Derrell Peel, our livestock marketing specialist here at Oklahoma State University.